and welcome to the D.A.I.S.Y Masterclass. And today's class, the theme is all about using the D.A.I.S.Y framework to examine a current challenge. So today we'll use the D.A.I.S.Y framework as a lens to explore a current challenge or an area in your life where you feel stuck. And the reflective inquiries will help you to gain insight and clarity, as well as choose actions and mindset that can help you navigate this challenge more mindfully and aligned with your truth and your power, because that's what we're all about here in the D.A.I.S.Y Coaching Hub, is living more mindfully, standing in our truth and owning our power. And the D.A.I.S.Y framework helps us do that through this lens, this breaking down the various components. So D, dedicate your time and mind your time. So your time is your time, your ideas, your means, and your energy. And where you invest your time shapes your reality. And so being intentional about where you dedicate your time, your ideas, your means, and your energy helps you make choices that are more mindful, are more aligned with your truth and your power. So, as I said, the time stands for time, ideas, means, and energy. And these are really resources that are available to you. And where and how you dedicate these determines the direction of your personal and spiritual growth. And by being intentional, by being mindful about how you dedicate your time, ideas, means, and energy, you create a life then that aligns with your truth and power. What you focus on grows. So time is the most valuable, non-renewable resource that we have. So how you spend it reflects your priorities and determines your growth. Ideas are thoughts and beliefs that shape your reality. And the ideas and thoughts you entertain inform your mindset, your creativity, and the direction of your growth. And your means are both the tangible and the intangible resources that you have available to you. So they can be money, but equally it can be knowledge, it can be tools, it can be paraphernalia, it can be, you know, your personal networks, friendships, relationships, support network, your spirit guides, your past experience, your, you know, anything can be a resource, right? Books, podcasts, you name it. And then your energy exists on multiple levels. So you can have physical energy, obviously, we think about our vitality, and equally our emotional self has energy. We can be emotionally high or low with energy, or we can be somewhere in between. But every emotion has an energy, has an energetic imprint. Equally, mentally, you know, our thoughts, our thinking generates a particular frequency of energy. And then we have spiritual energy. So our actual energy field and our actual spiritual energy and vitality, that divine spark within, however you want to describe it. But we have to manage all of that. And when we are, you know, good in one area, it generally spills over into other areas, right? But we need to have a practice that helps maintain our energy. So how do you manage your energy? And it's really important, because that is going to influence your ability to thrive and live in alignment with how you want to live. The A in D.A.I.S.Y is for appreciate, practice gratitude, and gratitude shifts your mindset from lack to abundance, makes you more generous, makes you more content, makes you more trusting. And when you appreciate what you have, you invite more of that into your life. So daily gratitude practice helps you to recognize the beauty, the blessings, the moment. The I in the D.A.I.S.Y framework stands for intuition. Listen to your soul. Your intuition is your inner compass. It's guiding you towards what feels right and true. It's about learning to trust yourself and tune into your inner wisdom. And that helps to bring clarity and confidence. And our intuition speaks to us in lots of different ways. Some of us feel it physically, get a gut feeling, right? Sometimes, we hear things. We hear actual words, saying, don't do that, or do that. Our intuition speaks through our body very often, in our body language and also in sensations. So when we feel aligned with something, generally it affects our posture and it affects our nervous system. So our nervous system will feel soothed, or it'll feel calm, it'll feel steady. If you're anyway misaligned with something, you might feel a little bit of anxiety in your chest or in your belly. You might have butterflies. This is, your body has ways of warning you. And sometimes it's just this knowing. You can't explain it. You can't put a finger on it. You just know something. And it's different for different situations, but tuning into your intuition is a really important thing. S is for show up. Be true to you. This is about standing in your truth. And your authenticity is your superpower. And so many of us have been raised in conditions, and we've grown up and developed in ways that shut off the truth of who we are to some degree, and sometimes to a large degree. And we learn how to show up for other people in a way that we think they want us to show up. So showing up as your true self means embracing who you are and standing in your truth and letting go of the need to fit in or be something you aren't. And that can be really hard. It takes courage. It's also about how you show up in your relationships and your interactions. So what do you bring to the party? And this is how you begin to stand in your truth, by becoming more aware of what you bring to the party, how you show up, Y is for yes, and that's about aligning with your values. So every decision that you make is either bringing you closer to or further from the alignment with your values, what's important to you, what you really and truly feel and believe deep within your soul. So saying yes to what supports, nurtures, and energizes you, and no to what drains or misaligns you, is how you can really own your power, by really being mindful about what you say yes to. So it's also about boundaries. It's about communication. It's about, everything we say yes to, we're endorsing or we're allowing, and what we allow perpetuates. So we need to be mindful about what we are allowing in our lives. So having good boundaries and being clear about our needs, and what works for us and what doesn't. What do you want from life and what don't you want from life? So that you know what to say no to in order to say yes to the things that support, nurture, and energize you. Okay. So that is an overview of the D.A.I.S.Y framework. And it's important to, I suppose, have a bit of an understanding of the pillars and how we then use them as a lens. So you can use the D.A.I.S.Y framework for lots of things and in lots of ways. It's very versatile, and you can use it to inquire into a past situation, or you can use it to set yourself up for the day, which is what happens in the D.A.I.S.Y Club's morning emails. You get your prompts and your affirmation and your intentions to set you up for the day. But it's really good for using as well for current challenges. And that's what we're going to do with the prompts that are in our session here today. But first, we're going to do a bit of a meditation to ground into the space, to ground your energy, and to really come into that reflective space. Okay. So I'm just going to share an image on the screen because it just might be a little bit nicer for you for the purpose of the meditation, rather than just watching me talk to you. You probably have your eyes closed anyway. So I invite you to get comfortable. What I didn't say at the top of the recording as well is to have your journal to hand, some pages that you can write in, and a pen, because you will be doing some reflective practice immediately after the meditation. So I invite you to do that. If you haven't already got your journal handy, then I invite you to, excuse me, just take a drink of water. I just invite you to get your journal now and a pen. So another thing that is important and really enhances your meditation and your reflective practice is to create some space. So I invite you to create some space there now for yourself, to open space for this. If you wish, you can light a candle. You can bring in any paraphernalia that you wish to, ornaments or spiritual paraphernalia that works for you. You can burn some incense, you can burn some sage, whatever works for you. And create a space around you. You may want to remove some things from your space around you. That's going to help make a nicer space for you to meditate in, for you to reflect on the prompts in. So just give you a moment to do that. And you're really being intentional about creating this space, but giving yourself the space and the time and being ritualistic about it and intentional. Ritual is very powerful. Even just the simple lighting of a candle is a very powerful ritual, and the candle of intention, and being clear about your intention. So when you're comfortable, I invite you to take your seat, become aware of the connection you're making with the seat and the floor, and take a few breaths here. And as you exhale, I invite you to exhale fully, and do this for at least 3 breaths to really breathe in nice, deep and full breaths. And then exhale. You've completely emptied your lungs. And then taking control of the breath again to breathe back in, and then breathing out fully. And take one more breath like this. And now let your breath return to its own natural rhythm. Just take a moment to sit with your breath, watching the gentle rise and fall as it finds its own natural rhythm again, which will feel very different to the breathing where you really take charge of the breathing. So just returning to your breath whenever you find yourself distracted. You can follow your breath instead of your thoughts. And really becoming aware of the connection that your body's making with the seat. So tuning into the contact that you're making. Maybe it's your back, your lower back, your bottom, your thighs. And surrendering to the support of the seat beneath you. And feeling your feet on the ground, soles of your feet, your heels, fully supported, bearing the weight of your legs and your body and the seat itself. And imagine you're dropping an anchor down into the earth from the base of your spine, from your tailbone. Just imagine an anchor on a rope and you're dropping it down through the soil, through the earth, through the rock, all the way down into the core of the earth, holding you nice and steady. And just taking a moment to really feel your energy grounded and anchored and firm here in this place and here in this moment. Feel your hands resting on your lap. Feel your brow unfurl so that there's no more wrinkles in your brow. Face is nice and relaxed. Wiggle your jaw a little to release the tension from your jaw. You might yawn. And back to the breath. Dropping your awareness into your heart center. Just taking a few breaths through your heart center. Centering yourself there. Allowing your heart to open, just like a flower opening in the warm sunshine. Unfurling petal by petal, let your heart do the same. Opening to growth, to warmth, to clarity. Just feel your body soften, the muscles of your body surrendering even more to the support beneath you. Letting your shoulders soften and letting your chest and shoulders open. You might even roll your shoulders back a little as you gently open up even more, letting go and surrendering even more into the moment. Trusting that everything can wait, that you're just gifting yourself this time to deepen your insight and clarity. Breathing through your heart still. Feeling your hips and your pelvis nice and soft. Fully surrendered now to the floor and the earth beneath you. Bringing your awareness to the back of your head, where your neck meets your skull. Bringing your awareness across your scalp and your crown, down through your brow, and resting your awareness on the bridge of your nose. And then bringing your awareness backwards from the bridge of your nose, inwards into the very center of your head. And just take a moment to just notice what you can see within your mind's eye. There may be light, there may be movement, no judgment, no agenda, simply observing what's playing on the screen of your mind, within your head, within your mind's eye. Always coming back to your mind's eye. Dropping back down now into your heart. Breathing through your heart. And bring into your awareness a current challenge that you're facing somewhere in your life where you feel a bit stuck or a bit agitated, challenged in some way. Just bring it into your awareness without judgment or agenda. And just noticing where in your body you feel your response to this challenge. What are the sensations that are present in response to this challenge when you bring it to your awareness? And invite that part of your body and those sensations to open to experiencing something different and new about this challenge. Invite your body to be open to a new perspective, a new approach. And just notice what happens within you when you invite something new. And take a moment to reflect on what you would like the outcome to be from this challenge. How would you like it to resolve? What would you like instead? And take a moment to feel into what you'd like instead. And notice where and how you feel that in your body. Imagine what it's feeling like for this situation to be resolved or changed, or something new to take its place that's better for you. Just notice how that feels within you. Turning to your breath in your heart. Breathing in and out through your heart. And taking a moment now to set an intention within yourself to be open to learning, growing, changing from the reflective practice that you're going to be doing here. So set your intention for yourself. What do you want to get from this reflective practice? And to sit a moment with that, feeling it inwards before we come outwards to do the reflective practice. Setting your intention clearly for what you want to get from the practice. And when you feel ready, I invite you to very gently allow a bit of movement back into your body, letting your breath deepen slightly. And gently bringing your awareness back outwards. When you feel ready to open your eyes, you can. If you need to stretch, you can. And if there's any insight from this meditation that you'd like to capture, then I invite you to go to your pages and write down what arose for you during that meditation. I hope that was pleasant and that the insights were helpful. I invite you now to the reflective practice part. Now we're going to have a look at time, first of all. So the D for dedicate and mind your time. And this part, we've got some prompts around each of the elements of time, ideas, means, and energy. And then a kind of a more overall prompt and question, and then to develop a bit of an action plan. Okay. So the first prompt is about time, and as in chronological time. In what way am I currently dedicating time in relation to this challenge? In what way am I currently dedicating time in relation to this challenge? And moving on to ideas. How is my current thinking about this situation? And means, what means do I have at my disposal that could be leveraged to change things even slightly? And energy. How is this situation affecting my energy? Physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual energy. What would feel like a more balanced or aligned investment of my time, ideas, means, and energy? Now, moving on to creating a bit of an action plan. So, identify one small practical step that honors your time, ideas, means, and energy. And in what way are you going to commit to that action? I want you to take a moment now to read back over your entries. And once you've read back over your entries, I invite you to create a short affirmation or statement of intention. So using I am as a way of starting your statement is very powerful, or I choose, or something that's in the present tense and claiming it for yourself right now. So it's present, it's positive and personal. And we'll be circling back to this affirmation at the end as well. So we're going to move on now to the next prompts, and that's A for appreciate, practice gratitude. So the prompt is, what within this challenge can I appreciate, and what is it teaching me? And what strengths or supports are already present that I can acknowledge. Moving on to I for intuition, listen to your soul. What do I know deep down about this situation? And if I trusted my inner wisdom completely, what would I do differently? So moving on to S for show up, be true to you. What am I bringing to this situation? How am I showing up for myself? So moving on to Y for yes, align with your values. What do I need to say yes to that will support me to navigate this challenge more effectively? And what values am I honoring when I'm clear in my boundaries and communication? So I invite you now to review your entries from A onwards, from appreciate onwards. And you can circle, highlight, underline anything that stands out for you. And you may find that there are further insights that arise when you reread them. Now I invite you to create another short affirmation or statement of intention based on these more recent insights that's going to support you and help you navigating this challenge now going forward. And once you've created your affirmation, I invite you then to get the other affirmation you made earlier about time, ideas, means, and energy, and bring the two of them together. And you may want to have them together as two affirmations, or you may want to amalgamate them in some way. Maybe they'll fit together. I'll give you an opportunity to just do that. And when you're happy with your affirmation or statement of intention, then I invite you to get a fresh page, write it 3 times on that page, and add some images or doodles or symbols that represent the affirmation. You may just have one symbol that sums it up for you. And that can be very powerful, because when you bring to mind that symbol or that image in your subconscious, it represents the affirmation. And so when we do the embodiment meditation now shortly, you'll be able to really tap back into that simply by imagining that symbol. So what I'm going to do now then is invite you into another meditation where you're going to embody the intentions that you have just created for yourself from the insights that have arisen from the reflective practice. I'm going to share my screen again. I'm going to try anyway. Bear with me a wee second. There we are. I've got another image for you to share just for the sake of the meditation. So hopefully you can see that all right. So inviting you back away from the page, leaving down the pen, sitting back into your seat again, and reconnecting with that grounded space you were in, reconnecting with the anchor that you drop deep into the earth. Feeling your body and your feet and your legs, your bum, your back, everything fully supported by the seat and the floor. Surrendering back into that support, feeling your hands on your lap, your shoulders soft and back, and chest and heart open. Taking a few breaths that are nice and slow and full. Breathing out completely. Breathing into your heart center, back into that space within you, within your heart. And taking a moment to bring into your awareness and into your heart space your insights and intentions from the reflective practice that you've just done. Bringing into your awareness your statements of intention, your affirmation, whether it's one or it's two, just internally saying them to yourself and letting the words resonate and reverberate throughout your body and being. Feeling the energy of your intention expanding throughout your body and your being so that it fills you up. Imagine the energy of this intention like a light, so being mindful then of what color this light is emerging as within you. And feeling it grow from your heart outwards, the light of intention that has arisen from this practice that is supporting, nurturing, energizing you in the navigation of this challenge that you face, that you can change through your intention, through your actions, through what you dedicate your time, ideas, means, and energy to, through how you're grateful for this situation, through what your intuition knows, how you show up, what you say yes to. So let the light of your intention grow in your heart, filling up your chest space, filling up your back, your belly, your rib cage, your diaphragm, your sides, expanding outwards, spreading into your hips and pelvis, down your legs and into your feet. Let the light of your intention pour down the rope and into the anchor that is grounded deep, deep, deep in the core of the earth. Grounding your intention so it's solid and unmovable. And with every breath, more and more light from your intention grows in your heart and expands outwards and upwards through your chest, into your shoulders, into your upper back, and spilling down your arms into your elbows, down your forearms, into your wrists and into your hands, down the length of every finger and thumb. And each breath, more and more light of your intention grows in your heart, expanding ever more outwards, rising up through your neck, into your head, into the back of your head, across your scalp and down your brow, filling your face, your jaw, your neck, filling your mind, your brain, your ears, filling all the space within your head. This beautiful light from your heart, your light of intention, radiating throughout your entire body and being, so much so that it's radiating out beyond you, so you're beginning to glow. And this light of intention with every breath grows even bigger and even brighter, expanding out beyond your skin, out into your energy field, expanding more and more outwards, upwards, downwards, in front of you, behind you, to the sides. Each breath expanding more and more of this light of intention throughout your entire energy field, out beyond your body, 1 foot, 2 feet, 3 feet, outwards, upwards, beneath you, behind you, in front of you, in every direction. So you are completely enveloped in this beautiful light of intention. 4 foot, 5 foot, 6 foot, in every direction. Vast, powerful. This is your intention. This is the light of your intention that you are emanating into the quantum field of the universe to make manifest a new outcome from this challenge, a new way of approaching things, a new way of being in the world. Breathing into this light, feeling it fill you entirely, every cell and all the spaces within and without and around your cells are filled with your light of intention. Your entire energy field is filled with your light of intention. Your light of intention is grounded deep in the earth, and it is emanating into the quantum field. This is your intention. This is what you are bringing into your life. So take a moment to sit with the sensations of the light of your intention and bring into your awareness the symbol that represents this light of intention. And let that symbol permeate through you, expanding into your awareness, expanding into your body and your being, imprinting this symbol into your conscious and subconscious mind. Imagine it in your mind and imagine it dropping down into your subconscious mind. However you envisage that happening. And check in with your body, how this intention feels, how it makes you hold yourself, how it informs your posture, what sensations emerge. Breathing through your heart center still. And taking a moment in gratitude. Allowing yourself to feel grateful. And letting that gratitude emanate throughout your entire body and being. And with your intention fully embodied, just take a moment to reflect on what it is that you're bringing with you from this meditation and reflective practice. And very gently begin to allow a bit of movement back into your body, into your fingers and your toes. Feeling your body in the seat, feet on the floor. Mindful of the journey you've just made into your inner world. Let your next breath deepen. And gently begin to bring your awareness back outwards. And if there's any insights you'd like to capture in your journal, then I invite you to do that now. So I hope you find this helpful. I hope the insights have been useful and that you feel embodied now with your new intention. Really, I invite you to take these journal prompts that you've just created and revisit them in another week or so. And it can be a very useful practice to revisit your reflective practice. It's another layer of reflective practice, which is very often even more powerful than the initial one when you revisit. So I invite you to do that. Also invite you to take your affirmations that you wrote out and put them somewhere prominent. Or you can even take a picture of them and keep them in your phone, or you can have them on Post-its. You can have several Post-its in different parts of the house. But your affirmations are key as well. And the symbol that you identified to represent your intention. So I hope that this has been helpful. I hope that this challenge that you've been facing is now going to be resolved by the changes that have emerged from this practice. And even if it's not resolved completely, I hope that you find an easier way to navigate it. And I really, truly wish you the power and the truth and the mindful wisdom to find your way through with grace and ease. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for being here for this D.A.I.S.Y Masterclass. And I look forward to seeing you again soon. Take care. Bye for now.